Osama bin Laden was born into immense wealth. His father, Mohammed bin Laden, was one of the richest men in Saudi Arabia. During the reign of King Faisal, when the United States imposed trade restrictions on Saudi Arabia, the nation faced a severe economic crisis. In that difficult time, it was Mohammed bin Laden who extended financial support to the kingdom, keeping the economy alive. Yet, a question arises. If his father was among the wealthiest men in the Arab world, why did Osama choose a life of simplicity, hardship, and later, rebellion? King Faisal of Saudi Arabia established an institution with a noble vision, a place where the children of both the rich and the poor could study together. The curriculum emphasized Islamic teachings, compassion for the less fortunate, and the history of their forefathers' struggles, all aimed at strengthening the moral and spiritual foundation of the nation. King Faisal's intentions were pure. He wanted to build a generation united by knowledge and faith. Within this institution, sons of influential families studied side by side with those of ordinary citizens, under the guidance of some of the world's most respected scholars and teachers. Osama bin Laden was among the students who studied at King Faisal's institution. It was there that he began to understand that life's true value did not lie in wealth or luxury, but in simplicity and purpose. Surrounded by teachings of humility, compassion, and faith, Osama developed a belief that living simply was far more meaningful than living richly. As a student, he carried noble intentions. He could not bear to witness oppression or injustice anywhere in the world. This sense of empathy and resistance to cruelty became deeply rooted in his character. During Osama bin Laden's student years, the Middle East was gripped by intense conflict. Israel's actions in Palestine had drawn outrage across the Arab world, as images of suffering and destruction spread throughout the region. The wars between Israel and neighboring Arab nations further deepened this sense of anger and helplessness. Witnessing these events left a strong impression on young Osama. He began to believe that the defense of oppressed people, particularly Palestinians, was a moral duty. For him, resistance seemed the only way to confront injustice, a belief that would later shape the path he chose in life. As the conflict intensified, so did Osama's conviction. Gradually, the voice of protest inside him grew into a resolve to take direct action. Ultimately, he made a fateful decision: to leave the comforts of home and join the struggle he had long debated about. Bidding farewell to his family, he set out with a small group of determined companions, convinced that personal sacrifice was necessary to confront what he saw as injustice. From that day onward, Osama bin Laden became deeply involved in a series of conflicts that spanned many years. His name began to surface across different regions, but it was after the tragic events of September 11, 2001, that he emerged as a figure known around the world. The attacks brought him to international attention, marking a turning point in global history. From that moment, Osama bin Laden was no longer just a participant in distant battles. He had become one of the most controversial and infamous figures of the modern era. In the years that followed, Osama bin Laden's connection to the 9/11 attacks remained a subject of controversy and debate. At times, he appeared to deny involvement, while in other moments, his statements seemed to suggest otherwise. Yet, when examined closely, the available evidence left many questioning the full truth behind the events. To some observers, it seemed possible that forces far beyond Osama's control were at play, shaping a narrative that the world was quick to accept. Yet now, debating whether Osama bin Laden was truly behind those events serves little purpose. For in the end, he faced his fate. Years later, he was tracked down in Abbottabad, Pakistan, where a secret operation was carried out to end his life. With that, one of the most hunted men in modern history met his final moment, bringing an end to a chapter that had reshaped global politics and security forever.